Hey guys, how are things? It's a cold morning. We're up here in the Wicklow Mountains and it's cold here this morning, but it's a beautiful day. It's bright, and on top of all this coldness, it's probably the coldest day we've had this winter, without question. But on top of all of that, it is there's quite a wind chill here, and I hope you can hear me over the wind. So this video today is all about gear, okay, and what you should be wearing, and the benefits of gear, and actually how important it is. So sometimes people, they get into survival or they get into bushcraft and they become fixated with a particular thing within survival, whether that being saws, knives, axes, whatever their thing is. I see a lot of fixation with things, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But the very first thing that you must address if you want to be a survivalist is your gear. And every time that you go out in the wilds, you have to dress accordingly to what the worst the next 72 hours can bring, not the best weather. So yeah, it could be lovely when you're heading off and you're in a t-shirt, but what temperatures can this time of year yield and bring to us in the next 72 hours? That's what you want to be dressing for, because it is much easier to take a pair of gloves off if your hands are too warm, or it's much easier to take this woolen shirt off if you're too warm. But if you're too cold, we have a problem then, and we have to get that temperature back up. So I have recently been appointed the ambassador here in Ireland for Leicester River shirts. This is Leicester River Bushcraft Boreal shirt. It's 100% wool, and anybody that knows me for the last 20 odd years, I've been wearing Swan Dry. Swan Dry make a very similar shirt to this with a hood, and it's long. And I'm a big fan of wool. I always will be. Wool is absolutely fantastic. It can retain up to 80% of its insulative properties when it's completely wet. It is your best friend in the wild. All that many sheep cannot possibly be wrong. But footwear. So we're going to start from the ground up. Now, I remember back in the days in the 80s when I was watching survival videos and stuff like that, and the late great Ron Hood, another great influencer of mine, and we'd watch him on a Betamax video. I hope there's somebody out there old enough to remember a Betamax video. But a lot of his instructional videos and survival videos would have been done in a pair of torn Levi's or Wranglers and an old wax jacket. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can survive in those kind of clothing as well. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I would say clothing, as in gear, is firstly your first line of defense in terms of shelter. But it's like fitness. You're never going to find yourself that you're too fit to survive, and you're never going to find yourself at a disadvantage because you have good gear. So starting here, Loa boots, okay, these are the Hunter Evo Extreme boots, great boot, okay. Fall Raven pants, and I've only recently purchased these, and they're my first pair of Fall Raven. I've never spent that type of money on a pair of pants in my life before. I have my Patu. Gary gifted me this, and I absolutely love this. This goes everywhere with me, and it's a fantastic makeshift haversack. I'm going to go through the contents of that with you now in a minute. But this, there's no doubt about it, this will be going into the box with me. Here's the shirt. So it's the Leicester River Boreal shirt. Completely 100%. It has these snap-ons here, which is, you know, fantastic when you really want to keep what you've got, the temperature that you've got going on here, in here, and keep the colder temperatures out. Huge pocket here, not just a hand warmer. Now, I can't show you, but I can explain to you. On the front portion of this pocket, we have three internal pockets. We've a left and a right and a centre. And I'm going to say they're about, you know, a smartphone size each pocket, okay? And then, I can give you a glimpse of this, we have this zip-in pouch here. Okay, so I suppose anything that's really important can zip into that. That goes completely across, that's the full width of that. And to the left and to the right, we have these D-rings that are sewn into the shirt. So, you know, something like your ferro rod or something that's really important that you do not want to lose. You've got one on the left and you've got one on the right. We have this cowl here, which instantly when I put that up on my face now, I can feel the benefit of that. and then you've got your hood fully adjustable. Okay. Now, as I said, it is cold. It's about 2 degrees Celsius here this morning, and there's you know, it's quite windy as well. I couldn't stand around being sedentary with this hood and cowl up here this morning. It's brilliant, without question. I'm a firm believer in wool, and you guys, before you start buying extras, so before you have 15 axes, make sure you're appropriately dressed. You know, it's okay to, if you're really into axes, to go along and get 15 axes afterwards, but get your gear sorted out first. It's really, really important. And if you are wearing the appropriate gear, it's going to get you through a survival scenario. It really, really will. Now, the patu, yet again, wool. And I love the way that these function as a haversack. But I've got something pretty nice in this that I've been waiting, well, almost 2 years for. So, as you guys know, I have been, and from day one, I'm a Tom Brown fan anyhow, but I'm also a tracker knife fan. So this is one made by Patrick Day, and in my thinking, it's probably as close as you get to a Beck tracker. Now, the Beck is the real deal, you know, and I'm on order now over 5 years for a Beck, and hopefully that order will be filled this year, but there's a long wait time on a Beck. So we've got this hole here in the middle. People ask me what that is. That's for an arrow shaft, for making arrow shafts. That is just almost 9 millimeters, I think 11/32 in diameter. We have the diamond cut sawback, which to my thinking, Patrick is probably the only one that does that like the Beck. So it's like your Victorinox diamond cut, and this is in 3V steel. So a knife of this cost, I suppose, but a lot of people will end up in a drawer, and its biggest risk of damage could be dust. But I'm going to be absolutely beating the snot out of that, and you're going to see that in videos shortly. So back to the patu. This really is one of my favourite bits of equipment, and this combined with this could keep you alive. You know, you can this is a wool blanket effectively, and it'll keep you going overnight. So guys, it's all about gear today, and I just thought today was a very, very fitting day given how cold it is, and given that we've just been appointed an ambassadorship with Leicester River Bushcraft. Now head over to Leicester River Bushcraft on their website. They do this shirt, they do a jacket as well, and they do a woolen poncho, which is fantastic. And they also do other bushcraft stuff, and they also have a knife that they co-designed with Ben's Backwoods, the Lagone and the Camrat as well, and they're made by LT Wright. Two great knives as well, I must say. So guys, if you have any question about gear in general, or in particular about this shirt, just give me a shout. You know, I always come back to you. I'm always here to help. If I can help, I will help, and there's no problem with that. But be thinking about your gear, and always be conscious when you head out that you know what the worst the weather can bring for the next 72 hours. Okay guys, we'll see you during the week. We're going to be testing out my new tracker, and we'll see you during the week. Thanks for dropping by guys, and have a great day.